G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. Just pulled over, I might be teleporting here and there. If I don't teleport, you know, it's a crappy day in the Uber. Excuse me. Now, it's a couple of days after we got beat by Chelsea, and I don't know about your dust. My dust is pretty settled on it. I haven't really watched much out there, so I don't know what people are talking about, but I can't imagine it will have improved. I think it should though, because like Ange said in his press conference after the game, the effort from the players was really good compared to when we haven't been playing well, like in the Bournemouth game where we looked a bit off it. And I think it's a fair point that with this many injuries that we've got, we can't rotate. Performances are going to suffer. Not in the way that Bournemouth was, but maybe perhaps against Chelsea. Maybe a little bit eager to snatch that extra touch on the ball. We go way too sloppy penalties. But my silver lining for you on that one, it's a daft one, but have we improved? Well, last year we got thumped and we got 2 players sent off and 2 players injured. This time we only got 2 players bit injured. We don't know how bad it is yet. And no sendings off. So that's cool, and an extra goal. Instead of 4-2, it's 4-3. So it's all up the Spurs. Cudi Romero has come out and backed Ange, said the players are all happy, which, I wouldn't expect the player to say any different, but it's nice to hear it. And I know some people are saying they don't look like they're playing for him. I didn't really get that impression in the Chelsea game. I didn't really even get that in the Bournemouth game. They were just off it. And really, if players don't want to play for a manager, I don't want them playing at Spurs. I don't think that's an excuse just because you don't get on with a manager, you don't play as hard. I know it's obviously going to affect you a little bit, understandable, but to down tools is not okay. And I haven't seen the players do that at all. In Ange's tenure, I've seen it before, most notably under Nuno, where it was absolutely disgraceful, including Harry Kane. That's why when Harry Kane left the club, I wasn't overly, did I have my finger in front of the lens the whole way? God, what a pro. I wasn't overly sad about it because that left me with a bit of a bitter taste. I know he had a gentleman's agreement or whatever with Levy to say that he could leave if an offer came in, but a contract's a contract, man. Don't get your brother to sign it. Anyway, digressing away, it's good to hear that the players are hopefully in Ange's camp. They seem that way to me. They seem to be enjoying their football. Do you hear any ex-players that have played for Ange? They all love playing for him as well. So I think it's all full steam ahead on that front. And I hope this is good news, because when you used to hear this, it was like the kiss of death for a manager. By all accounts, it sounds like the board at Spurs Towers had a meeting and they're backing Ange. And I don't think they've got a choice, really, which I'm happy about because I like Ange. I know people don't. He's a bit, he's wearing a bit thin with some people, but stick it through. We'll be all right. Because my feeling about the whole way this has transpired and Ange's tenure is, I'm imagining that he would have been told, this is the budget, we want to win stuff. Okay, well, Ange says, well, we've got to buy younger players then, because we can't buy just one experienced or 2 maybe a year. We've got to fill the squad out and hopefully get them to learn. So if that's what's happening, I'm not saying that's great, and I'm not saying that Enoch and Levy shouldn't put a bit more money into the kitty, because after all, they are going to make an absolute killing when they eventually sell it. They have already in accounting terms. They've made an absolute fortune out of Spurs, so they can afford to put a bit back in. But if they're not going to, then this is what we've got to do. And if Ange was on board with that plan, I don't think they've got any choice but to back him, and back him in this window and the next, and then see where we are. And I think, I'm getting there's a hubbub about changing managers, and I can't see it, man. We'll have the rest of the season under Ryan Mason for one thing, and I don't know who wants to see that. If Ryan Mason becomes manager, be in his corner, but he ain't there yet at the moment. So I'm not. I want Ange to stick around. And it's not like managers were queuing up to manage Spurs when we needed a manager. I've just noticed, am I recording? I think I'm recording. We'll find out when I hit stop. Why don't they just make it obvious? Oh yeah, there's a timer. It's like, does the red square mean I'm recording, or is it the red circle? My brain can't understand it. So look, I'm hoping that that's the way it will continue, at least till the end of the season. But we're having a rough spot, and I don't know how far we are going to be till we start getting out the woods on it, till we start getting more players back. Hopefully Romero's not too injured. That's a bit of a blow. And Van der Ven, I think, was just buggered, was only going to play 60 minutes anyway, so it's good to have him back. But up front, man, up front, we're struggling up front again. I'm hoping that the window brings in a winger and a midfielder. That's what I ideally want. Defence I'm not too worried about. We probably maybe need a bit of fullback cover. But we're running out of centre-backs because they're all... Well, we've had three. We had Ben Davies, Romero and Van der Ven all injured at the same time. So we've got Gray and Dragoshin covering at the moment. Dragoshin seems to be doing fine. So if I was going to get bang for my buck, our big problem is up front and the midfield. We need to beef that up, make it be a bit more of a commanding presence in midfield and not give the ball away so much. And a winger to get the balls into the box for Solanke to pounce on and score. And I think with two more players and then see how we go with that, I think we could have a really successful second half of the season. But really, I'm kind of forgetting about the Chelsea game. Sod that. I thought they put in enough effort, and it was very disappointing to lose the game, of course. But the next game I got is Rangers. That's the big one for me. My sort of family historical background means I don't like Rangers much. I'm more Celtic, but I can't quite hate Rangers as much as I guess I'm supposed to, because Tottenham and Rangers have shared some fine players, and I don't really do it so much now, but whenever players used to leave Tottenham, I used to follow, see how they're doing, wish them well. And so the three that stand out for me would be Graham Roberts, our defender extraordinaire, Richard Gough, who only captained Spurs for a year, but what a year it was. And he was another great defender, and of course Paul Gascoigne, and I can forgive him everything he does, really, unfortunately or fortunately. So there you go, it's a bit like Rocky IV. If I could change and you could change, maybe everybody could change. But it's going to be a good game, an intimidating atmosphere, but I think our experience in Galatasaray will serve us well for that, and I think we're going to absolutely stuff them. So I'm looking forward to that match coming soon, because I think we can win it. Before we kick on with the Premier League at the weekend. I think we're playing Southampton. We got diddled by one South Coast team. Let's not make it two. They'll get ideas above their station down there on their pebbly beaches and slots. Do they have slots down there still? Anyway, look, onwards and upwards. I'm just happy that both the owners and the board have backed Ange. Let's see where it takes us, man. Till next time, folks. Peace and love, man. Peace and love, and come on, you Spurs.